My girl, Jeniffer Lopez, okay? For some reason, keeps getting all these $1 million engagement rings and never making it to the altar.
Yes, they said everything, Italian, black, whatever it is.
Every one of her rings were big and gorgeous. But how long have those marriages lasted? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's some more that mamas. Listen, follow us on IG. Make sure you're following us on Facebook. Make sure you're following our Twitter. If you want to get the tea, this is where to be. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about my girl Jeniffer Lopez. Okay, chick has a body to die for. Okay, and for some reason keeps getting all these $1 million engagement rings and never making it to the altar. Or making it an everlasting. Have you heard about her most recent split?
Yes. Although I also saw that, they're still saying they are a couple. They're just going through stuff. So I don't know if they have really split. But listen, the girl is good looking.
Why do you think this is always engaged though? Always engaged. It feels to me like dudes are always like, damn, I gotta lock her down. She's a good woman, and then it never pans out. Like, what's going on?
But it's not just about the dudes because she also accepts the engagement.
Right.
So she's in it all too. But, my goodness, how many times? How many times has she been engaged? And the question is, does she get to keep all these rings?
Yes, she does. Because I remember, was it the Ben Affleck ring that she was engaged to him? And it was $1 million. She kept it. And he thought it was good for her to keep it because, where are these men? Where are these men who just engaged how many times? Let's go down the list of the famous guys she's dated.
Yes.
She's dated Diddy Combs, okay? Mm-hmm. And he's balling. Those were her days when she was, okay? She was gangster. She was a chick from the Bronx, whatever. Then she married, I think, her dancer. She married a waiter. And those days I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe she's famous. She's tired of the fame. She wants to settle with somebody like regular. Mm-hmm. So I thought that would last.
Yes.
That did not last. Mm-hmm. Then she was back out. Like she's been around. She's been around with younger guys. Then Mark Anthony, I thought, okay, age appropriate.
Yes.
Then they held it for a while. They even had kids. I'm like, okay, chick is on lockdown.
She's gonna settle down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nothing at all. And then now here we are.
I think for me, this current one is the one I thought, this is it. She's matured. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's an adult. The guy is also an adult. They have children. The guy has children. She has her own children. So it's time to blend the family. So I'm just hoping whatever they're going through, they can, sort it out.
Separate families from it. Yeah.
Yes.
But you're right. When I saw them with the kids, because I saw them hanging out with all the kids and all these, I was like, okay, you know what? Then she really, really is in a happy place. I mean, again, what do we know? We know what we see on the outside. But I thought, okay, settled, mature, happy. They're always doing. I mean, you saw her last birthday. They're balling. Yes. They're having a good time. But I guess it begs the question, sis. So how long is too long to be engaged? Do you think maybe they were engaged so long that now the spark, the thrill got lost?
To me, an engagement is like you're saying, yes, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you. And, I've accepted that. Yeah. And for many of us who are commoners, you only stay long because you're trying to get money to fundraise for the wedding and all that. They have the money. You have the money. Why are you waiting for 2 years or why?
Exactly. I thought they've been, because I'm like, they've been engaged forever. Like, when are you getting married? If we've decided and we know, and this is where we are. And especially for me, as a person who's been through a marriage before, once you've done it once before, that's big kafia. And I'm not saying you're not scared, but
yes,
I think you're more focused and you know more what you want. So we don't have to sit and kind of learn each other forever. It's like, dude, if we've been dating this long and you said we're getting engaged, what else is there to wait for?
The more you stay into this engagement, the more one is going to likely see, oh my gosh, am I going to spend the rest of my life with this kind of a situation or this one? And so they will tell you not to. So I'm telling my girls, listen, once you get engaged and you have the money, a week, 2 weeks, if you have the money,
go for it. Yeah. And personally, I had a very short engagement with my current husband. And that's because 1, we're both grown. 2, it was both our second marriages. 3, it was like, I want to be with you, period. So what are we waiting for? Right. But I see people who've been engaged long time. So 2 years, 3 years. Let's talk about our Kenyan sisters. Sorry, sisters. But I see people been engaged 7 years. I think Charlie, we're waiting until we can get dowry. And I know that's a big thing, right? Oh, we're waiting to save money for dowry, then we're waiting to save money for this. How long? It's too long. How long do you wait along for tradition and
7 years? I think anything after 6 months, it's too long.
I agree. Look, for once I agree with you, sis. that are me, good and bad, are going to be me, period. A year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. The difference is, can we get together? You're always going to find things about your partner that are hard to deal with or that you're not. And then you teach each other and you grow together. So being engaged 10 years is not going to change. It's not going to change it.
But maybe our Kenyan people, or sometimes it takes so long because you want to have this kind of a big wedding, right? So you're trying to fundraise, get money and all this. And I don't know about big weddings. I just don't want to go into a debt just because I want a big wedding.
Yeah. This one, I'm a little expert on. I had a really, really, really big wedding. My first wedding was huge.
Yes.
My family, husband's family went to Kenya. Nice, beautiful ceremony.
Yes.
Mommy and daddy. It was really gorgeous, right?
Yes.
That marriage did not work out. This wedding, me and my husband, let me tell you what we did. We really were chilling. We were like, listen, especially because we were both ready for a child, and it was like, listen, are we getting married or what are we doing? And he's like, let's get married. What are we doing? Because it's where we want to be, so why not commit and give our child a home? And we ran to the courthouse, we did our vows, all that money, what we want to go for. No, we took a trip to Atlantic City and we had a banging weekend. And I had so much more fun, and not for nothing, because in this wedding, it was personal. It was me and him. When I dressed up for him. When we went out for him. When I packed my little lingerie, it was for that night. My first wedding, which was pretty big, when I was picking my dress, it was more about everybody else. What does my mom-in-law think? What does my mom think? Okay, my cousins and all that, they're looking at my dress. I'm spending this money. I never saw that dress again. It's somewhere in Kenya. Hi, dress. You know what I mean? I don't even remember.
Yeah. It's like Meghan Markle, she said, when she was marrying Harry, they had a wedding for 2-3 days before the big one.
Just the two of them. I love it.
The two of them.
I love it. I love it. It's a personal feel because, and again, I know culturally, I love weddings. If you're having a wedding, go ahead. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, don't go into debt for it. I actually started watching this new show on Netflix called Marriage or Mortgage, and my mind, have you seen it? I scream at the TV.
I've heard of it, yes.
You've heard of it? And I'm amazed at how many people are picking a wedding. Yani, let's put the $30,000 down, and then at the end, you're seeing they had a beautiful wedding and they started to save again for a home. For why? For who? I don't remember 90% of the people that were at my wedding. Do not remember, have never seen them again.
But what you remember is how much you paid.
Sis, please. I do. And those details you pay for, no one remembers. And you know the fucked up thing? People will talk whether you have the biggest wedding or the smallest wedding. They will always talk. Personally, for me, my ideal wedding, if I had $30,000 saved, buy a home, okay, have a little shindig in my backyard. Because you know what? I own that house. And you don't have to furnish it, sister or brother. And then na kiti yako moja ulikuwa nayo kwa apartment, now you have a home. Have your backyard, have a barbecue, let people celebrate you. If they love you, they'll celebrate. 5 years down the line, when you guys are successful, you're set, you want to have a big party, go ahead. But
I think I'm actually more of renewing the vows for it being, coming up.
You actually, my sister, I was talking about this with my husband last night because I said to him, babe, I've been looking at some dresses look so cute online. I'm like, babe, how about we do a destination review?
Yeah.
And I think it's cute. It's beautiful.
Because it's very precious too, because you've lived it as a husband and wife, as a family. You probably have children. You've lived, and so you're now here celebrating, the hardships and all those things. That's precious. That is something that I would want to have it big. And
your vows are deeper because you yani mumepitia mmetoka ile mattress kwa bed sitter, okay?
I have a question for you. How long into a relationship then should you expect an engagement?
6 months. Up to 6 months into me and you start dating today, 6 months from now, if we're on the same path, I believe in beginning to speak about engagement and marriage if we're on the same path. You don't have to get married at the 6 months, my people. But if we're talking about it at 6 months, then at a year or a year and a half into a relationship, we're getting married. What else is there to do? That's my
right.
That's my belief.
Right. And how about that engagement ring? Would you want?
Me, I have a copper ring and I love it. Because my husband is a really big health freak and I'm learning to get into it too. Yeah. And copper helps your blood flow and it removes impurities from your body. I love it. And again, I speak from experience. I've had that ring. I mean, I had that one I was engaged to before.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
So been there, done that. And I'm going to tell you that ring, for those of you who might be struggling with this, if you can afford it, fine. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Your ring is more for other people than for you. That times I would barely notice my ring, and it's other chicks would be like, "Oh, this is gorgeous," but I realized where they were in life and what they put to it.
Yes.
Not that the ring
Yes.
is not beautiful, but it's
Yes.
not necessary, bro. We want to get married. Why put down $6, $7, $8,000 on a ring? Will we eat it? And just like a car, it depreciates. You can marry me, love me, love me. That costs
Respect me.
so much more than that ring. And afford it.
True.
Though. I'm just saying, go for
Yeah.
it. And again, like I always said, actually, like you just mentioned, when we do a 5-year renewal, 10-year renewal, 15-year renewal, when we want to do a renewal, if by then to Miss Shika, we settle and we have a little money to spend, yes, my love, buy me a huge diamond ring so I can flash it to my girlfriends. I'm okay with that. Okay. Or even better, buy me a big red bow on it.
Yes, so.
Yeah. And you know, it's so funny that we're talking about rings because again, going back to our Jlo, every one of her rings were big and gorgeous. But how long have those marriages lasted? Does it look cute? Yes. Do the girls at the office look at it and like, damn, your man love you? Yes. But is that proportional to how happy my marriage will be? No. And about engagement length, if you're out there, it's not about how long you're engaged.
Right.
It's just, it's you, your person, and your commitment. It's different for
100%.
everybody.
True.
We stay for 10 years, you have 3 kids, and then you're trying to have a fundraising for a wedding. Don't call me, please.
Don't call me, yeah. Don't make me join that WhatsApp group, because I'm not gonna, you know.
I have a friend who did that. Being disrespectful, but you have kids with them. You have grown kids. Why are we doing a fundraising for her? If at this point you cannot afford the wedding, then you cannot. You cannot go away together. Go to Jamaica, do an all-inclusive. Go to Punta Cana and have fun.
There you go.
Everybody got time for that. But actually, just a little bit about Jlo and these men. Are we judging because she's a chick? I mean, do we notice how many men are engaged? Or is it because she's a public figure and every time she's been engaged and in love, she's shown us? So now
she's extra. She's too much. She's not the only one. She's not the one who is in the public eye. I mean, we have seen other people, but for her, I feel like it's too much.
Yeah. One of the comments I saw on the thing was like, does she have to marry everybody she did? Because she's been married, I think, 3 times. Then she's been engaged another couple times. And it's just like, damn, I mean, I don't know what she's giving to these men that they just...
And girl, listen, she has tasted everything, you know, Italian, black, whatever it is. I mean, by now I would think that she knows where she belongs to. That's what I was hoping, you know, this last one, you know, she'll be good.
Yes.
You know, for me, I thought that, you know, with age comes maturity. All right. So I wasn't judging, and I'm still not judging her. You know, she gotta have to do what she has to do to be happy, right? You know, I mean, if she's not having an engagement, you don't have to be stuck in it just because it's the 7th one or the 8th one or whatever. But I'm thinking, you know, at her age, how old is she? Is she what, almost 50?
She's in her 50s. Jlo's gotta be almost, she looks good.
And then my other question then is, what is she teaching her children? She has daughters, you know, I mean.
Good question. I was about to Google Jlo age just to be sure, but no, I hear what you're saying because this is the path. This is the love language you're teaching your children. She's 51. This is a love language you're teaching your children. So this is what they think is normal. Because especially for me, you're right. Once there's kids involved, you're introducing them to A-Rod, then now then you're introducing them to another guy. What do they think life is about when it comes to those kind of relations? I don't know. It's pretty
because you have seen those pictures, you know, for Rodriguez, and you know, they're sharing, they have Christmas together because after the engagement they live together. But also maybe she has decided it doesn't matter how many times I'm gonna be engaged. If I'm not happy, I'm not gonna be part of it just because.
Yeah, but you know one interesting thing now that you say, it hit me that they've been so good and happy and everywhere until COVID. Do you think because they're stuck together as COVID, they've learned things about each other they didn't know?
That's another thing. COVID has broken marriages or have made marriages stronger.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, maybe
they didn't like the people they realized they were. You know what? Look at your makeup and you remove all the pictures and the paparazzi. You might be finding a whole different person you're with.
You can no longer go for your dinners. You can no longer go on vacation. You can no longer do this. You're stacked together. It's Zoom all the time.
Yeah, you can no longer have your glam team come as much as they want to. But listen, thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know, are you engaged? Have you been engaged? Did it work out? Did it not? Are you one of those people who invested 10 years in a Kamwiste and then you ended up never even reaping the rewards? Leave us a comment, let us know, and we'll see you next time on the Mod Afro. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.